So we're talking about this action model that we're working on, and again, we've shared a number of factors, and we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to understand how you are absorbing this material. If you don't agree with us, we'd love to hear from you. It is a theory, and we want to kind of put it out on the web to gain some responses. But we've looked at the three different columns. We've looked at confidence, and we've looked at fear, and we've looked at frustration. And we put them together, and we kind of unpacked those, and we looked at the action where our frustration has exceeded our fear, and the meltdown, and when we get paralyzed in the actions. But let's look at what we can do to address those. So it's kind of obvious to say, well, we need to build our confidence and we need to reduce our fear and frustration. But let's look at some sort of aspects and some action points that you can take home and maybe use. Is in the confidence. The confidence is made up of those three things. It's our faith and our education and experience. And experience, you're gonna increase your experience by, well, experiencing things. You're not going to increase experience by sitting on the sidelines. I was speaking to someone in the finance world the other day, and she's involved in the sort of creditors world, doing those cyclonic type things that people do in finance. And she said that she's got 15 years experience, and when I actually spoke to her, it finds out that she actually has 1 month of experience that she does 12 times that she's done for 15 years. Because she hasn't really gained anything more than just that monthly cycle. So she knows exactly what happens within a month in the finance, and she does that over and over again 12 times in a year, and year on year on year. And ultimately she's got 1 month's experience. The idea of gaining experience is to do something new. Get out of your comfort zone. Go and learn a new task. Go participate in life and cross the whitewash and get onto the field and go and participate in life. And that is how you improve your experience. Go and do things that you haven't done before. Go and meet people that you haven't met before. Go read things that you haven't read before and improve on that experience. And that goes with your education as well. The more you learn, the wiser you will become. And I really want to encourage you to build your confidence and grow your resources through education. And education doesn't necessarily cost money. The libraries in your area are free. Go get a book, go lend a book, use a book, read a book, access the web, download books, watch videos, and sign up for courses. Sign up at the local community schools and colleges, and go in online. There's a couple of websites. If you want to know resources, I wrote a blog article on that a while ago, and a number of online courses for free, for nothing, except just an investment in your time. Good, solid university courses that'll improve your skills and make you more experienced and more confident in what you've got. And address the issues of faith. Faith are very, very important. That faith, that belief, that solid core that runs down our back, that holds us firm. And whatever your faith is, I encourage you to build on that faith and grow that faith and understand where your faith comes from and what it involves, and grow that. So what about your frustrations? Well, let's just look at frustrations. Yeah. You need to address your frustrations, and we spoke about the core root. And often, if people frustrate us, the easiest way to do is to just not be with that people. Okay? Be away from the people who frustrate you. I once heard a very wise word, and it was sort of mentioned in passing in a speech, and it's been with me ever since. He said, the level of frustration in your life will create problems, and there's only two ways to address that, and that's through change. Either a change in attitude or a change in circumstances. So if you're frustrated, often we think we can run away. But if we run away because we're frustrated with a job, we're going to go to another job and we're going to be just as frustrated. And often it takes a change in attitude, our attitude, to address our frustrations. So as we address those frustrations, our level of frustration will go down. And all of a sudden, understanding why cars pull in front of us, and why people are late, and why people are frustrated, and why we take that on as anger upon ourselves. Because remember, we only get angry and frustrated because we let other people anger and frustrate us. And it's often our attitude towards them that determines our level of frustration. If you're really frustrated, I ask that you seek help and go and speak to someone about it. But often just thinking about it and going for a walk and looking at the bigger picture, get to the 100-mile mark from the circumstance and look back, and with hindsight you're able to understand exactly what the issues are. The other areas is our level of fear. There's one way to address fear, that's to talk about it. If you take that fear, where fear breeds? Fear breeds in the dark. The darker the fear, the greater the fear. Sitting alone in a room in the dark with your fears is just asking for it to grow exponentially. Bring that fear into the light and share it with somebody else. Share it in confidence with somebody. And a fear shared reduces it down to just that little bit. And people can help you out. I share my fear of spiders, and people know that they're not going to call me if there's a spider. They're going to call somebody else. And just people knowing that I have these fears means that I don't have to fear the fear anymore, because people know and people understand me, and my level of fear is reduced. And it's interesting that a fear shared will reduce it down to almost nothing, because people are there going to support you and not point and laugh, which they might do if they don't know your fear. So I encourage you to build your confidence and address your frustrations and share your fears. And that ultimately grows your level of resources and means that you can take action based on your decisions and not based on external things that might happen to you. Growing the confidence for you.